What's up, friends? Happy Friday and welcome to Live with Hayley. And thanks for joining me today one last time. It is Friday, August 16th. I'm Hayley Harmon alongside my longtime TV husband, Chris Goodman. We're back together today, baby.
There is some kind of rumor that this is your last day.
Oh.
But I am here to make sure that you squash that rumor. Is that correct?
No.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I wish it were, but today really is Hayley's last day. So this show is going to be different than most today. During Hayley's first show with LEX 18, she and I anchored together on Sunrise all those years ago.
I know, almost 5 years ago is when I started. In 2014, I started with you.
No, I thought it was 2012. Was it? Are you sure? I'm
quite sure.
I honestly thought it was 2012. However long ago, it was 2014. Megan's telling me in my ear. Okay.
No. You wish it were longer. I understand.
We thought that it would be fitting for us to anchor one last time together, but we are not alone today. There are going to be some very special guests right here from the station joining us. We're going to send her off in style. Plus, we have some bloopers from previous shows. I don't know about all of them.
Yes.
One of them in particular, I know it's the elephant in the room with both of us. It was one of our most embarrassing moments. We're both plenty aware of it.
We love it. If you were a diehard Sunrise viewer, you still are, you're going to remember this was my shining moment on the morning show, and Chris was there to witness it. So we are going to show you that in just a little bit. But yeah, really, Chris, I'm so excited you're with me today. It just feels right. You were with me on my first day at LEX, and now you're with me here on my last. So
do you want to give a speech right now? Do you want to save it?
Let's save it, because I'm afraid if I get emotional now, I'll spontaneously combust.
I was actually going to say, I don't know how good of shape your mascara is going to be in by the end of this 30 minutes, but we'll see.
I'm hoping to look like I got caught in a rainstorm, because that's probably what it's going to be like, and I will embrace it. Okay, so we are stacking the show a little bit different today, so we're going to get to our first guest right now. Okay, so get ready to laugh until you cry. She's a stand-up comedian and writer living in LA, but today she is in Lexington.
Sure is. Sarah Tiana is bringing her act to Lexington, and you can catch her this weekend at Lexington's Comedy Club, Comedy Off Broadway. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to be here on such a happy occasion.
Right.
You seem so jolly about it.
I wish we came to Sarah and she's just sobbing. We're like, Sarah,
we just met you, but I don't want you to go.
Please don't leave.
I know, yes.
So you do live in LA. Have you performed in Lexington before? Have you been here before?
This is my second time in Lexington. Yeah, I love coming out here. There's lots of bourbon, so it's really easy to get me on a flight.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love it. So what have you been up to lately?
Oh, so mostly I've been doing a lot of writing. I host a show with Rob Riggle on Spotify exclusively. So we have a little sports comedy podcast on that called Riggle's Picks. And then right now I'm gearing up for the Comedy Central roast of Alec Baldwin. We start writing on that right when I get back.
That is so awesome. Have you ever written on a show like that before, a roast like that?
This will be my fifth, I believe. Yeah, fifth Comedy Central roast. And I've also done the roast battles, like live, so, there's always so many jokes that you write. And then you get matched up with all these great artists. At the Rob Lowe roast, I was paired up with Peyton Manning, so that was always really fun.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, my favorite comedian by far.
Yes, right. He is a legend in comedy.
He's really funny.
Is he really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
He's incredibly funny.
I'm pretty obsessed with him, so that makes me very happy to hear.
It's very frustrating.
I know stand-up is your thing, and I Googled you before we did this, and I saw that you said in some interview you have social anxiety, so you like the fact that you do stand-up because nobody can really talk
Nobody can talk to me. Right? Yes. Yeah.
It's your show completely when you're up there.
That's the only that's also where my accent comes out thicker because no one's talking to me, and then I can't mimic how they sound, and No, I don't like any of those. I don't like this, honestly. This is a lot.
Well, we don't either. Sarah,
Sarah,
we're not into this.
Sarah, totally. Absolutely.
No, we are so excited you're here. It is such a blessing. So where are you from then?
Oh, I'm from Calhoun, Georgia.
You are? Okay, I was going to say, you sound like a Southern lady.
Yeah, we have a Nike outlet, so it's a pretty big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been hilarious if she said, I'm from Michigan?
I know, I'd be like,
Japan.
Right.
Yeah,
oh my
that's
gosh.
born and raised.
Yes.
No, from Calhoun, Georgia. My family's still down there. And then, people never know where Calhoun is, but Georgia is right below the poverty line. So we are right there.
Oh, no.
No.
Wowzers. Okay, so have the crowds been good to you when you were here before in Lexington? What do you think of the crowds here?
The crowds have been wonderful. I'm really sarcastic, so sometimes like my comedy doesn't go over as well in the South because I've always been super sarcastic, and like my dad doesn't understand sarcasm. So, and I'm like, I don't understand why Southerners don't understand that because we invented it. You know, like bless your heart is the most sarcastic thing in the whole world.
Is.
But I've been very impressed with Lexington. They are right on board and like super smart and great, and it's been wonderful.
Okay, since you're from the South, I got one serious question.
Okay.
Should you take your shoes off when you go to somebody's house?
Oh, not unless they ask you
What,
to.
really?
No.
See, I thought that was a thing in the South. Like, you're from Nashville. Is that not a thing?
I think it varies person to person. Like the house I grew up in, you keep your shoes on. But I've been to many a house where it's uncomfortable because you'll see all their shoes by the front door, and you're like, well, I don't want to be weird and suddenly be barefoot at this New Year's party. But I also don't want to be rude and track in germs.
Well, also, most of my friends don't even wear shoes, so I don't even think they'd have to take them off. Yeah, which is even grosser. Yeah, I wouldn't want your ugly, disgusting bare feet walking around in my fancy house.
That's true.
The good news is Sarah will have her shoes on when she is performing at Comedy Off Broadway this weekend.
Yes, and they're shoes from the Nike outlet, fresh out of Calhoun, Georgia.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can see Sarah perform tonight and tomorrow night at Comedy Off Broadway here in town. Get tickets at the box office, by phone, or online at comedyoffbroadway.com. Sarah, you're a rock star.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And straight ahead, it might be Hayley's last day. That does not mean that we cannot poke a little fun at her, or all of us really, before she leaves.
That's right.
Coming up, we're just going to do it. One of our most embarrassing moments on the air together, and a few other bloopers that I'm a little nervous about. That's all coming up next.